as Frank Lampard said, great performance, but he's trying to keep his feet on the ground. We don't have to do that. Do you think that looking at the Premier League table, with Chelsea in third, the way things have gone this season, could they challenge for the title?
Can they? Up to you, Graeme.
No, I call sitting on the fence.
But I'm not asking if they're going to win it. I might do, but I'm not asking that now.
I think they've got the players to challenge. Yeah, I think, the problem is, we sit here and say they can challenge, they can do it, and then, football is fickle. It changes, it swings, in roundabouts. You have one good performance, which I think today was a very good performance against the Sheffield United team, who's bottom, but for me, they shouldn't be bottom. I think the quality is much higher than what they're showing positionally. So I think it was a very good performance. But ultimately, again, as Frank mentioned, come back from international break and they've got Newcastle, which is, again, going to be a difficult game. And then, they lose that or draw that, people, are criticising or, blaming certain players or the manager again. So we have to be careful. But right now, I think with the changes he's made, the defenders that's come in, I do think they can challenge, yeah.
What do you think, Graeme?
Definitely getting the top four. I think they'll still be short behind City and Liverpool. You look at the areas that they may be not so strong in. They're hoping that Silva and Mendy are going to be the difference. Let's see by, early New Year, if they are going to make such a difference against the bigger guys. Werner, his first year in English football, is very demanding. And I just look at the strengths that City and Liverpool have. You're thinking Aguero being out, he's an enormous miss to City when he's not playing. But the rest of the team is fabulous. I think obviously Liverpool losing Van Dijk, and right now they've had a bad run of injuries to players who could have come in and been centre-halves, although makeshift centre-halves with Fabinho I'm thinking of. I still think they're a good bit ahead of where Chelsea are right now. I'm thinking in a year's time, and I think in a year's time Chelsea might be looking for a couple of centre-backs. I still have that nagging doubt about the centre of defence and the goalkeeper's had a good early start to his career. Let's judge him. We're sitting in these chairs being asked to make these calls every week. I'd just like to reserve my judgment on that. Yeah, on those three players at Chelsea.
Graham's right. When the players are brought in for big money, they're expected to, score, as Graeme said, against the lower league teams. But it's when you're fighting for points, you don't deserve to win, but they're popping up and winning you important 3 points. So that's where I feel, we can judge Chelsea when they start playing against, when a lot of games coming up, they're in difficult situations, but their top players are getting them out of trouble at times. I think that's when you can, start judging them.